For a normal conception, we all know that we need a normal semen count of 15 to 20 million. But is pregnancy possible with a sperm count of less than 2 million? Yes, it is possible with a wonderful technique of ICSI, intracytoplasmic sperm injection. We can select morphologically normal sperms and inject into the eggs of the female partner with a very good success rate.
Kaseng Kongres haka khatlai terik urempang arajar arpulai ke Pynmih iaka Chargesheet pyrshah ke Sorkar MDA haka bakalasai madan ikshpau teliki kam jersey bamsap ke belajah gini san senem haka jela Meghalaya. Ya gani ke Chargesheet la plat pat ba du chairman ke Media and Publicity ke All India Congress Committee Pawan Khera rengkat gajing dan lang kidong elam ke All India Congress Committee. Habai keren beginong pathai kubor Pawan Khera uloong bahagi ni kisan senem haga jeng sencar ke Sorkar MDA kam shemlala bantrai kam hendrai ladap setang daki kam bamsap ha kaba kaladon kejing khalem jong dom jong yang dorbar thawan kabrang pentrai menta namar kejing tri torti ha kaba kala khalem nok kani kadom ka kam bamsap na kejing plut put ke pisau pat ba kaba hado praspa akan riu klur tengka ha kejing yakun ya kejing pang COVID-19 ha kejela kajing yo ukurup yukhau ubasan paulak kilo na asam kakam bamsap akamuda kabasan spa aklur tengkah hak bagi Sorkar kam shemlai ya ka utilization certificate bad shemla tip setia kumno lepenon kam yang dengan pisa Pawan Khera ulong bakladon ru kajing ti bad kajing khayi bea nyu doyong ha kejela ha kaba justice BP kataki ulapen pawa ka kaipot bakladon kajing ti bea nyu doyong bahado khat lai lak metric ton kakam bamsap lengba ka so bahagia skim kabakot chispa sab kondai klor tengka ya kabalasai madan da kakai pot UCAG nangta kejing le buito kaban bodor ka kiat IMFL bat ban peniat ya kejing shalan ka kiat lengba ka Central Bond kablakta kalai gidukan de kiat ka jela kejing temu ke Sorkar MDA ban play ka kasino ne ka jaka kalai bagladon kejing le asiliang khamat kaban ai kontrak ya kakam badwat haba kladon gajing persyak ke bajur ban play ke kasino. Ke Sorkar MDA kam syem la penduk pendamno egane gajing temu. Uni unang ilam ke All India Congress Committee ulang bagi Sorkar kelai tiru iki babon ke kam kontrak syakadhar company na kebenta menchna bat tei gajing tei boper hari lum khasi jantia. Bat ke babon ke project ke lot syakadhar company. Ulang ru bawe uhe pulet ula syakam makatenat CID halor kejeng peran kam baklai ke bor hagajeng thiet gi kali bagajeng peran kam mek penyang ya ka babaro kletip kum kejersi bamsap makatenat pulet ukira ulang belada keseng kongres kawan ke bor sensyar kan pa tokit igini ki ai baro ban pentikna bagi beran ti ki kam bean jadi ban syak penstom kat kum ki kendon an.
The track record of the government, of the incumbent government. In the last 5 years, what have they done? What have they not done? What is it that they should not have done? So I was driving down from Guwahati to Shillong and I saw some hoardings of the BJP saying that we need to free Shillong, Meghalaya from corruption, from a corrupt government. I called up Matthew, am I wrong when I say that BJP was a part of this government? He said, no, of course they were. So imagine, the BJP also finds the MDA corrupt. Can you imagine? Self-certification, we are corrupt. Everybody knows that the temple of democracy, which is the assembly, how the dome fell. Who doesn't know about the dome? And it's a sad commentary that the kind of corruption that went into the allotment of tender of this assembly, when I repeat, it's the temple, the church of democracy. In that you were found to be corrupt. And it has never happened in the history of this country where you give a tender, a contract to one bidder, denying the other two bidders that, sorry, you are not experienced, you cannot construct a dome, therefore we cannot give you the tender. Guess who gets the final subcontract? Those two companies which were denied the original contract. And they were denied because they had no experience in constructing a dome. And the officer who was responsible for this, is now contesting elections. It's a textbook case. I think after the elections, Netflix will come up with a very entertaining serial on this. Unfortunately, it will be tragic. It won't even be comic. COVID was something which all of us, the entire country, suffered from. But some parts of the country suffered from a double whammy. There was COVID and there was corrupt governments which were handling COVID management, COVID mismanagement. In Meghalaya, there were 96,785 COVID cases and 816 crore was spent. 1,624 deaths. So ex gratia payment was 816 crore. Manipur spent just a little over 100 crores for 1.4 lakh cases of COVID and 2,149 deaths. Just a comparison. See where Meghalaya stands. So Meghalaya's COVID expenditure was 8 times more than that of Manipur, and even it had much lesser COVID cases and deaths. Where is the money gone? Everybody wants to know the answer. Where is that money gone? So, 119.73 crore being released by the center, the discrepancy is of 43.73 crores. Where is that money gone? Who has pocketed that money? Again, the Director of Health Services, who should have been held accountable for this discrepancy, is also contesting elections. Look at the joke. He is the UDP candidate from Shillong North. Who's the one behind all these people? First, they use these officers for corrupt practices. Then they protect those officers. Then they get them to resign. Then get them in their own fold. Come, fight elections. Together we'll do more corruption. The third charge in our charge sheet is the Meghalaya Urban Development Authority scam. 500 crores was given to MUDA. No utilization certificate has been given and no one knows where that money was spent. This was for the development of the city. Where is the development? Where is the 500 crore rupees? Where is the utilization certificate? Where is the accountability? And these are not small numbers. This could have transformed the city. Mega shopping complex at Meghalaya Transport Corporation, Jail Road. It is also under the scanner. The government intends to spend more than 200 crores in a plot land measuring less than 50,000 square feet. Numbers speak for themselves. It smacks of corruption. Massive, brazen, shameless corruption. The illegal mining and transportation of coal. The Meghalaya High Court in 2022 had appointed that Justice B.P. Katake committee, retired judge of the Guwahati High Court. And in his report, he has stated 13 lakh metric tons of coal was illegally mined. 13 lakh metric ton. Mind-boggling figure. The report has been very scathing in its observation. But tell me, if any head rolled, was anyone punished? Was anybody held accountable? What happened? You can't put such a beautiful state to shame because of some corrupt leaders. Now we come to the Saubhagya scam. The CAG rarely speaks these days. After 2014, we haven't heard much from the CAG. Suddenly everybody is quiet. But in the 2021 audit report, the CAG exposed a scam of 149 crores in the state power department. A Delhi firm was given a turnkey project. There is an accusation that there was undue favor given to that firm. The irregularities in the power department include implementation of various projects which were commissioned from the ADB funds, the metering project, the smart metering project. Cruel people who would rob from the poor. Who does that? So even when I'm talking about it, my blood boils. I'm sure your blood boils too. I'm sure the blood of every single voter of Meghalaya is boiling right now. How can you rob from the poor, which should have ideally gone for the PDS beneficiaries, was found in Assam. It was taken away, 50 lakh kilo. Yeah. Can you imagine the kind of... We all know about the cartelization which took place in the IMFL business, how the prices were manipulated. And this was in 2019 when the cartel was formed. A lot has been spoken about it, written about it. Then we have heard about the casino scam. How nepotism and favoritism, there have been charges of nepotism in how these three licenses that were given. The church and other activists organization opposed the move, claiming that you cannot legitimize or legalize gambling. Then the government scrapped opening of these casinos. But the intention of the government came out very clear. Corruption with no regard to the social fabric of the state. No regard whatsoever. I'll name the name of the company and you'll know who I'm talking about. The Dhar Construction Company. Who doesn't know about the Dhar Construction Company? Again, nowhere in the country you will see two people, ministers in the government, own a company in their own name and they get all the contracts, most of the important construction contracts, road construction contracts, other contracts, government contracts for their company. Nowhere will you see this level of brazenness, this level of shamelessness in corruption. There is corruption in other parts of the country. I'm not saying there is no corruption in other parts of the country, but this brazenness is unknown in other parts of the country. And it was unknown even in Meghalaya until the MDA came. Meghalaya can see through the collusion, the unholy alliance. Some alliances are visible, some alliances are not visible. Meghalaya wants to vote for a 5-star Meghalaya. Meghalaya wants to vote for these 5 commitments made by the Congress party.